Hey, this is Dale Calvert. As some of you know, they're just wasting their talent. Most people look at them as being extremely pathetic individuals. The anti-MLM crowd is about profiting from people that perceive themselves to be victims. Yes, there's people that their marriages have broke up because of the network marketing businesses, and they've lost all their money because of the network marketing business. No, you made stupid decisions. There's no value in what they're doing. It's sad when you really stop and think about it.
The anti-MLM creators are doing more harm to people than any MLM company ever will.
They are masters at exploitation. This describes the anti-MLM crowd perfectly. They thrive when you, the people watching them, are the messed up one. If I'm gaslighting people, then I'm glad. But my gosh, do something more productive with your life and your time.
Haters gonna hate. Potatoes gonna potate.
Remember when we said we'd stay together now until forever? Just us, just us.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica Hickson, and I spent 5 years working my way up to the top of an MLM before realizing they're just not all that they're cracked up to be. My goal with this channel is to rescue some Huns, to prevent some from becoming Huns, and to also give those a voice who have left the Hunbot industry like myself.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling.
All right, you guys, we've got a fun one in the books for today. So on my live video today, yes, I'm still wearing the hair and makeup that you guys decided on during my live video. On my live video today, we started talking about my haters, I think. And I was like, what is that guy's name who was like my biggest hater and was like making the videos about me? I was like, is it Dave? Is it Daryl? Is it Dan? And then one of you guys reminded me that his name was Dale. And we were like, damn it, Dale. So I had to go check out Dale's profile again or his YouTube channel again, because I'm nosy, okay? And I was like, did I miss any videos about me? Well, turns out I did. And I think I started watching this video because there was like a small portion of it that was watched, but then I never finished watching it. And the key term in this is gaslighting. So I'm curious what it's about, and I wanted to watch it with you guys together today. So we're going to go ahead and dive into gaslighting the anti-MLM victims. Don't know what that's supposed to mean, but Deanna's on here and I'm on here and someone else that I think isn't a part of the anti-MLM community. So let's see what it's about. If you guys don't remember who Dale is, I will leave his playlist linked. I don't know if there's a playlist, actually. I'll link one of the videos and then that should lead you to the other Dale videos. But basically, he was a hater who made videos about me and then gaslit me into thinking that I just think everything's about me and that he wasn't even focused on me, when he like actually went to my YouTube channel in the video that he made and was like pointing out things that I was doing that was wrong. Anyways, that's who Dale is. You guys can watch the videos if you want to. Don't watch the videos on his channel because that gives him the views. But regardless, let's jump into this video. And just a forewarning, he is one exciting guy to listen to. So,
Hey, this is Dale Calvert. As some of you know, I've had some interesting conversations with the anti-MLM crowd, and it was kind of interesting to me because I kept hearing this term, he's gaslighting in the comments, and it's evidently a buzz term that is used within the anti-MLM crowd, and I wasn't really...
Sir, Dale, it's not only used in the anti-MLM crowd. It's used in abusive relationships and people who are narcissistic or who have narcissistic tendencies. They tend to gaslight people. It's not just an anti-MLM term, unfortunately.
I'm not even sure what it meant. And I had a conversation with my middle daughter, who's a clinical psychologist, and just asking her what it meant. And she was telling me, I said, well, why would people think that? And she said, Dad, you've always could argue either side of an issue. And she said, that's not normal. And so most people, she said, I can see how people would think that you were gaslighting them, because you talk about both sides of an issue. And anyway, so I just wanted to make this quick video and talk about this whole concept, because people say I'm gaslighting, and it's like, are you kidding me? It's comical, but it's sad.
I mean, there were many ways that he tried to gaslight me, but one of the main ways was that his original video that he made was like the truth about the anti-MLM community, and the front video or the front picture was like this absurd like lady that was like crying. It was like that we're just a bunch of big babies or whatever. But then in the video, he's talking about the anti-MLM community, and then he went to my YouTube channel. I'll put in a clip here if I can find one quickly, but he went to my YouTube channel and pointed out things that I was doing wrong. Like went through and clicked on my videos and was like, well, if this was her experience, then blah, blah, blah. So I made a video defending myself. And then he made another video that was like,
she just made it about her. Like, I wasn't even talking about her. I literally just skimmed past her picture, and then now all of a sudden it's about her.
That's gaslighting. Trying to make me believe that it wasn't about me, that you didn't focus on me, I'm crazy, and all you did was scroll past my picture, when that wasn't the case at all.
So I did she said, just look up the definition. She said, that'll help you. So gaslighting is, and I don't even know what this word is, but it basically means a slang term. Loosely defined as making someone question their own reality. The term may also be used to describe a person who presents a false narrative to another group or person, which leads them to doubt their perceptions and become misled, disoriented, or distressed. And that definition makes total sense to me. And I understand that as human beings, we see things not as they are. We see things as we are. And if you have this mindset that this is the way things are, and then you're presented facts, most of the time they just try to laugh over them or make up jokes. They won't address facts.
We won't address facts, Dale. How about the facts that we presented about the statistics of people who fail in MLMs that you laughed over and said, but this, but that? There's no but. They're facts. They're statistics from the MLM companies themselves. And let me preface this entire video by saying that I'm not here for the drama. I've never been about the drama. But when people like him are spreading false information to people about the anti-MLM community, he claims to be anti-MLM, but he's in an MLM. Don't know how that works. When he's spreading that type of false information and charging people to coach them about how to be successful in an MLM, I feel like it's necessary to debunk the things that he's saying. But yeah, anyways, regardless.
They won't address facts. They just try to shove them off. And I remember 20 years ago, a guy telling me, he said, Dale, just keep confusing people with the facts. And I really never knew what he meant by that when he said that. But he said, you just keep confusing people with the facts. And it was about the time I came out with the Network Marketing is a Scam audio cassette. So again, this is the definition of gaslighting. And my hope is that the content that I have taken the time to do is helping them doubt their program perceptions, because that's always a good thing. Wisdom can only come after you know it all. And it helps if people can doubt their program perceptions and give some insights on what it reveals about anybody who actually spends most of their most valuable time, their most valuable asset, their time, following people who are simply reinforcing their feelings of being a victim and providing absolutely no real value.
So what he's saying there is that by you guys following my channel, my anti-MLM content, the only thing that you're doing is seeking validation and reinforcement in your mentality as a victim. So I'm reinforcing the fact that the people who watch my channel are victims of MLMs. I am providing no real value. All I'm doing is solidifying the fact that people think that they're victims. They're not victims, but we think that people are victims of MLMs.
And I said it, I think, in the last time I talked about the anti-MLM crowd. It's not the people doing the content. I mean, they're just wasting their talent. And that's a shame. But it's the people that follow these people. Most people look at them as being extremely pathetic individuals who are absolutely wasting their time. And I guess they would rather watch the anti-MLMers than cat videos on YouTube or whatever.
Wait a second. Did he just say most people think that the people who follow anti-MLM content are pathetic individuals? I don't think any of you guys are pathetic. I love each and every one of you. I think he's pathetic. I don't think any of you guys are pathetic.
And that's sad to me. So what if the narrative is not false? You know, because in the definition of gaslighting, a false narrative to another group or person which leads them to doubt their perceptions and become misled or disoriented or distressed. If the perceptions, if your program perceptions are not false, that if you start to see things from a different perspective, it does create probably an uneasy feeling. But if you can get through that and see things from a broader perspective, it will probably help you in other areas of life and create growth.
I don't disagree with you, Dale. The problem is I was in an MLM at the top of an MLM for 5 years. So I've seen both sides. I've seen life outside of the MLM, like right now. I've seen life at the top of an MLM. I've seen life at the bottom of an MLM. You've been in an MLM for 20 plus years. You haven't seen the other side of it. You're not taking into consideration the other side of it because you are so tunnel vision into your beliefs that you're not willing to see the other side.
So for me, it's just another perspective, which leads to a deeper understanding. And the truth about the network marketing business model, it was born out of the personal development movement. It helped.
We're not shocked by that. The two go hand in hand.
Thousands of people go from average to fortune, and the business model itself has not changed. It has not.
That's our issue with it. Precisely, that's the problem, that it has not changed. So more people are getting taken advantage of. More people are losing money. More people are losing everything about their life, ruining their marriages, ruining their relationships with their kids, ruining their friendships, ruining their bank accounts. I could go on.
Not changed. The comp plans are better. The products are better than they were in the mid-90s when Success Magazine came out with this full cover, full story about how network marketing is helping a lot of people around the United States, around the world, become financially independent. The business model has not changed. So to throw a business model under the bus that is proven to create all kinds of millionaires all over the world is just false. What has changed is the leaders.
Let me explain something to you, Dale. The reason that the leaders have changed is because the business model has not changed. with social media now, it opens so many more doors. And since the business structure is set up in the way that it is and people have to rely on the people beneath them, social media makes it a whole lot easier for people to manipulate those others into joining their team, into spending money that they don't have, into buying more product to push money to the top of the pyramid. It allows those things to happen. So the reason that leaders have changed is only because more doors have been opened through social media, allowing them to take advantage of more people. And since the business structure hasn't changed, that's the problem. The business structure hasn't changed, so they're still reliant on the people underneath of them to build their paycheck.
Quote unquote, have changed. So if you want to go, there's a difference between attacking a business model and attacking people with leadership titles within the business model.
The thing is, first of all, we're not attacking those people. We're not attacking, we're attacking the business model because it makes those people the way that they are. It requires them to act that way because of the business model. So the root cause of the problem is the business model. People act that way because of the business model.
That should be brought out and should be exposed. There's many that should be exposed. I have no problem with that at all. My problem is attacking a business model that has changed the lives of myself and many other people. That's one of the problems that I have.
So do we just negate the fact that while it has changed your life and the lives of many other people, that it has also ruined probably quadruple, even more than that, lives of the people underneath of you and the people underneath of those people who are making money? Do we just forget about those people and only focus on the people that it's helping? Let me know.
And again, I have no opinion. I when I started, was just given a very unique opportunity. Again, I was living in a 600 square foot house, driving a beat up Chevette, but I got involved with a company at the time that the Sony Walkman came out. And again, the opportunity to listen to 8 hours of audio cassettes every single day
gave me the opportunity to completely brainwash myself into believing things that weren't true. Oh, sorry. That's not what he said.
From different organizations within the company I was with.
Within the company that he was with. So within his bubble. Keep that in mind.
And even, audios from people that were involved in companies like Mary Kay and Amway. And it gave me a different perspective, a different understanding. I've always believed that. I've always talked about that, where I understood that this whole business is about homegrown leaders, that your long-term income is in direct proportion to the number of leaders that are developed on your team. And if you bring people in and say, go sick them, they're going to fail. The masses will fail. So you have to have systems that can be taught sequentially, step by step. Master this. Once you've got that, then master this, master this. And there's only about 5 key components that you must master, not understand, not get good at, but master, being take those concepts, those ideas for customer acquisition to the marketplace, produce results. And again, I know many of you watching this, I'm preaching to the choir because, I've been talking about this stuff for 20 years. And if you do it right, then you will have success. And again, for me, I've talked about this. This is Success Makers magazine. And this whole magazine featured, over 100 people that I personally worked with, trained, that were career frustrated. They were not needy people. Okay, they weren't in dire straits, but most of them weren't. A couple were. But our target has always been and always will be career frustrated people, people that are tired of being in a cubicle, people that had small businesses that owned them instead of the business owned them. They didn't own the business. Career frustrated people who used the systems and the concepts and the product and built, full-time 6-figure plus incomes, over 200 people. So that's how I've always looked at success from day one. It's not about how much money. I make. It's about the development and growth of people on your team. So when these anti-MLMers say, well, nobody can become successful if there have to be people at the bottom that are failing for people to be at the top. That's absolutely not true.
Dale, the income disclosure statements prove that that is true. There's not one income disclosure statement that you could show me that didn't show that the majority of the people were losing money. There's not one MLM income disclosure statement that proves that the majority of people aren't losing money. Show me one.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. Of course it happens, because people have different levels of commitment, desire, teachability, work ethic. In the real world, that's the way things work. But when you find the right person that's career frustrated, that's looking, and you provide the right systems, then your whole focus is on helping them get what they want, as Zig Ziglar taught me years ago. You can have anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. So I have no question. There's no question. It's not even debatable. Network marketing has been on a downward trend since 2003. In 1999, I did an audio called Network Marketing is a Scam, where I told people, look, we got to quit trying to compete with each other. Tell people the truth. It's a 3 to 5 year game plan to success. Our competition is not each other. Our competition is the dead end job. And again, this has been my battle cry for years. And so again, the network marketing business model, which was born out of the personal development movement and helped thousands of people go from average to fortune, has not changed. The people we call leaders have. So to go after a business model instead of the unethical people within the business model, it's just not a very good decision. Real leaders work for their team. People, I remember this old guy that used to make fun of me at IBM when I was there, Terry, and he would say, how many people you got working for you now, Dale? And I said, Terry, you don't understand what I'm doing. They're not working for me. I'm working for them. And that's the way real leaders think about building teams. It is. And if you were not taught that, that's not on the network marketing business.
You can pretend that all that you want, but the reality is you would not be making money without them. So they are working for you.
Business model. That's on the team and the leaders that were part of the team that you were in, because that's like a foundational principle of how to build a real team, is to understand you're working for them. You know, again, Zig's told us you can have anything in life you want if you help enough other people get what they want. Brian Tracy, real leaders don't create followers. So all these, people coming out with, we got to do it on social media and all that. It's just a bunch of BS. And again, I wrote a book about it, The 7 Lies of Attraction Marketing. Again, I've been talking about this stuff for years. It's not what has been taught as taken this business and put it into a state of dissipation and now delusion. And again, from, the Bible says, whoever wishes to be great, he wishes to be great, let them be the servants of many.
You're not a servant, though. These people are serving you. Like, you wouldn't make money without them. I feel like this is common sense, is it not?
And that's the foundation on which network marketing used to be built prior to the internet, and all the self-proclaimed gurus who'd never done anything trying to teach other people how to do. That's which they have never done. And that's why the profession is in the state that it's in today. And see, I have respect for all these people on YouTube that provide value and call out any type of scammers in any niche. And CoffeeZilla is one, he'll call out a lot of people that deserve to be called out. I don't agree with everybody that he calls out. Some of these people are legitimate. Some of them I know, and some of them are good people. But there's a lot of people that he calls out that should be called out. But he's calling out different people in different niches. He hasn't chosen one niche and just pound it to death to make everybody that got involved with Keller Williams Real Estate and had visions of grandeur of what they were going to do as a realtor, and they failed. He doesn't stay on Keller Williams Real Estate.
Okay, so he has a different type of channel, and that's okay. However, my experience is within the multi-level marketing industry. So I feel qualified to speak on the multi-level marketing industry. That's what I know. That's what my goal is. That's what my mission is. That's what my motive is. He can have a different motive. He can have different focus. He can have it's a different channel. Like what?
Managers of offices that lied to people and overpromised and underdelivered. He talks about a lot of different people that he feels are acting unethical, a lot of influencers and so on and so forth. I respect that. This guy, I don't even know, he's hilarious, but his whole focus is on people that are calling people over the phone and doing scams. And targeting the elderly. And there's all kinds of different scams, but he's doing a service. It's a valuable channel.
In my opinion, I'm doing a service by educating people about the scam of multi-level marketing.
This guy, I'm not sure which, this guy I like, but again, he calls out a lot of different people in different niches and sports stars and people that are selling how to win at betting scams and a lot of different people and a lot of different scams. I don't agree with all of them. I don't agree with several of them that he does.
Because a couple of them here I can see are very big within the MLM community. Dave Ramsey, for instance, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
I don't pay any attention to this guy now because of that. But at least he's talking about different niches. He's not, the focused on MLM and only MLM. Okay, he's different. He's providing value because he's looking at different influencers, different business niches, calling out people that are selling Amazon FBA courses, unethical people that are.
Meanwhile, this Dale guy has an Amazon course, so.
Teaching people how to sell on Shopify who've never done it and so on and so forth. A lot of the anti-MLM crowd wants to talk about this guy in the one video he did. And again, he talks about a lot of different niches, okay? Not just network marketing. He did one on network marketing. And it's like, he's never been in network marketing.
That should say so much that he's covering all these different types of scams, and multi-level marketing is part of that. So you're saying that he's reliable and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to all the other scams, and he's a great channel because he covers all the other scams. But when it comes to multi-level marketing, he's wrong. What?
He's a phenomenal video producer, and I have respect for the way he produces his videos. And his goal is to build his YouTube channel and sell a course that he has on video production. And based upon the job he does producing videos, I'm sure his course is phenomenal. Respect to this guy. If it's not about education, it's about, in the anti-MLM crowd, it's not about education. Because you could say your piece and move on. The anti-MLM crowd is about profiting from people that perceive themselves to be victims and giving them permission to all come together and huddle together and stay victims.
and take over the MLM community to spread awareness and education about the MLM community, to show everyone what's going on behind the scenes of MLMs so that they're not taken advantage of. And he can show my merch, which is damn cute, by the way, because when you are a part of a movement, part of the movement is creating awareness around the problem. Okay, so by creating merch, what we're doing, there are many creators that create merch. What we're doing with this is we are opening up the doors for people to ask questions. If I'm wearing a shirt that says your pyramid scheme is offensive, someone's going to read it and say, what's that about? Right? So that's not me trying to build my income. You guys, if you didn't know, we make a very small fraction of the income from merch, okay? And my Johnny merch is all going to the men's shelter in Johnny Depp's hometown. Like, I'm not just pocketing all of this money and just drowning in money. That's not the case. I can promise you that. Like, he thinks that we're just like rolling in the dough with this merch. I promise you we're not. But also, the reason we can't say our piece and move on is because there's so much to be said. Like, there's problematic stuff happening all of the time. Every single day there's problematic stuff happening. And nothing changes if nothing changes. Right? You guys know that quote the most. Like, they use that quote in MLMs the most. But nothing's going to change if we don't bring change to the problem. So by bringing awareness and education to the problem, that's how change is going to happen. I think he knows that, and he's threatened by that. That's why he wants us to say our piece and move on.
There's no value in what they're doing. And again,
do y'all find value in what I do? Leave it down below.
I didn't even really see this or understand this until I really started getting into this world. It's about two things: views, so I can get paid through Google AdWords, through YouTube.
He's also getting paid through Google Ads.
Views and selling merch to victims. That's the only reason to have a channel that focuses on MLM and only MLM.
Is he serious? He's serious, huh? He didn't watch any of our content if he thinks that the only reason to have a channel is to get views and to sell merch. There have been videos that I've cried my freaking eyes out talking about this stuff. So he clearly has not watched it.
How many stories do you need to hear to know that there's unethical leaders?
That's what I'm saying. Why do there have to be all of these stories of people getting taken advantage of? That's the whole problem. That's the whole issue at hand here, is the fact that there are so many stories to tell because so many people are getting hurt. So we have to be the ones to continue telling the story because the people in the MLM sure aren't going to tell the story.
In this profession, how many of those do you need to hear? I mean, really.
As many as there are to tell.
And the fact that it's sad when you really stop and think about it, that people have nothing else to do with their life than to watch their anti-MLM guru put their makeup on in the morning.
I mean, the part that's really sad that you're kind of skimming over is the fact that there are so many stories to tell. That so many people are getting hurt, that we continue to have stuff to talk about because so many people are getting hurt. That's the sad part. Not the fact that people are willing to listen to it and willing to, spread awareness around the movement, but the fact that there's even a movement to begin with because so many people are getting hurt.
Whatever. It's ridiculous. So, in the crowd of YouTubers, you have these content makers who are completely obsessed with themselves, their views, and their money. And they're taking advantage of people that see themselves as victims.
Meanwhile, MLM's main recruiting method is finding people who are in vulnerable situations to take advantage of them and, mold them into what they want them to be. Did you guys just hear my stomach? Could you hear that? Holy crap. Anyways, their main recruiting method is to find victims and reel them in and make them think that they have the solution to all of their problems, all the issues that they're going through in this vulnerable situation that they're in, so that they'll join their team and they can take even more advantage of them.
Making content that appeals to those that feel like victims with a focus on views and not value does more harm to more people than any network marketing company ever will.
Sir. You guys, he just said that our videos, the anti-MLM creators, are doing more harm to people than any MLM company ever will. Let that sink in. All of the moms who are being taken advantage of because they've struggled with miscarriage, and another MLM creator who has struggled with miscarriages preys on them, they're not hurting as bad as the people watching our videos are. The people who have gone bankrupt because their MLM company had them pay in so much money that they no longer can afford the lifestyle that they're living, they're not hurting as bad as the people who are watching our videos. Wild.
And that's just the truth. Yes, there's people that have their marriages have broke up because of the network marketing businesses. At least that's what they blame it on. And, you know, they've lost all their money because of the network marketing business. At least that's what they blame it on. But when you really look behind the curtain, I mean, they weren't forced to buy all this extra product so they could keep their qualification up for their BMW. That's not on the network marketing company. That's on them. It's the decisions that they made. They didn't have to do that. They chose to do that. I know what it's like to have a bonus car and have the stress of making sure your volume is high enough so that lease payment is paid for. And I had to do $5,000 a month back in the day with Shackley to keep my car payments done. So I didn't even think about 5,000. Our goal was 10,000. Focus on getting to 10,000 to give myself plenty of room, plenty of buffer. And I didn't order that car immediately. I waited until we were at about 7,500 in volume before I even ordered the car. And they contacted me, "Are you going to order your car?" "I am, but I'm going to build my volume up a little bit more. We have to create some more customers." So again, it's easy. So many people have the attitude, if first I don't succeed, fix the blame quick. If it's not on me, I didn't do anything wrong. It's the network marketing company. They're the ones that screwed me. No, you made stupid decisions.
If that was the case, then why do so many people fail at MLMs? If it was simply just a work ethic thing, if it was simply just a, you made stupid decisions thing, why can people leave an MLM and go be successful in a 9-to-5 if it's a work ethic problem? If they just made stupid decisions, why are 99% of people just making stupid decisions? Because that's not what's happening.
Live, learn, move forward, and don't make those stupid decisions again. But staying in this world of being a victim and not working through that and moving forward is a tragedy. So, I talked about in the last session, he will discuss why attempting to make things worse for profit. This was to the creators, the anti-MLM creators. Discuss why attempting to make things worse for profit and lying to yourself about your motivation is not a good idea for the anti-MLM creators. This is a thought-provoking session. Those who produce anti-M content, and more important, to those who listen to it, can benefit deeply from. This is just what my podcast producer was writing, what that last session was about. And what I really tried to do is try to say, look, content producers, you got a lot of talent, you have a lot of skill, great communication, do something positive with it.
I am.
Do something positive with it. And to the people that are getting their entertainment from listening to these people, it's like, honestly, it's pathetic. It's just sad.
You know what's pathetic and sad to me is that he's charging people to give them MLM coaching. So has like a coaching program where he teaches people how to be successful in MLMs, knowing that the facts are that the vast majority of them are going to fail. I'm spitting at the camera, you guys. I'm sorry.
You know, don't stay. How long you plan on staying in your pity party? I mean, really. So again, humans see things not as they are. They see things as they are. And I shared an article that I hope people read. I'm going to put the link in this video again, just maybe get a few more people to read it. Because I know some of you have, and I've gotten some.
We went over that one too. I'll link it somewhere up here. But 13 surprising traits of predatory people that you just might overlook. They are masters at exploitation. Legitimately, every trait of most MLMers that I know is listed in that article.
Feedback from that, which has been really good. But it's 13 surprising traits of predatory people that you might just overlook. They are masters at exploitation. And this describes the anti-MLM crowd perfectly. They've made you believe you're incomplete without them.
Have I made you guys believe that you're incomplete without me, that you need me in order to live your life? I would argue quite the opposite. If that was the case, I feel like my tone with you guys would be a little bit different. I also feel like I would be more consistent with my content if I was trying to convince you guys that you needed me in order to live your life.
They long for this kind of dependence. They thrive when you are the messed up one.
Y'all, I'm the messed up one. I've been very open about the fact that I am full of a shit ton of problems. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I don't know. I've been very open about the fact that I am the problem. You guys are perfect.
Think about that. They thrive when you, the people watching them, are the messed up one. And they are the savior. I tell you what, guys, this article is worth really watching, really thinking about. It sincerely is. It sincerely is. And I'll go back to Jessica. And I've said this with all the anti-MLM crowd, you know, talking about how they had to lie to people and force people to buy more product than they needed, and were messing with the comp plans and doing a lot of unethical things. That's not on network marketing.
It is, though, because the way that the business structure is set up, you have to do those things in order to make money. You have to force your downline, talk your downline into ordering more product than they actually need in order for that money to rise to the top so that you can keep rising to the top. That's why the business structure is so problematic, and it's not the people within the business structures where it originates. It originates from the comp plan, the business structure, forcing them to act in such a way because they have to rely on their downline.
That's on that person. They were skewed before they came to network marketing. If you're going to lie to people and try to pressure people into buying more product than they need, not teach people how to go into the marketplace and create true retail customers, and just basically not do the business the way it was designed to be done and the way it was done for years and years. And then you want to turn around and blame the network marketing business model for your unethical behavior. I mean, let's get real. Let's get real. And again, they thrive when you're the messed up one and they can be the savior. So I'm going to put the link to the article below this video, and I hope some people will read it. I really do. I've said multiple times, I don't have a dog in the hunt.
Meanwhile, he's in an MLM. So, I mean, it's kind of a dog in the hunt. He also sells MLM coaching material. Dog in the hunt.
And, oh, but he just is trying to sell this. He's just trying to sell that. He wants to sell his course on this. You know, he built it 20 years ago. Well, and it's like, guys, do your research. Last year I was in the top 10 recruiters in a company of 250,000 people.
So you do have a dog in the hunt. Okay.
4 times. You know, I know what I'm doing. I know how to build a team.
So you do have a dog in the hunt, and you have a huge dog in the hunt because you were the top recruiter. So you have a lot of recruits underneath of you. You were one of the top recruiters. So you have a lot of recruits underneath of you who, if they heard this anti-MLM message, they would probably be turned away, right? That would be a dog in the hunt.
I know how to find the right people at the right time in their life, and I don't want everybody.
He knows how to find the right people in the most vulnerable times of their life.
So, you know, I don't have a dog in the hunt. I have a deep appreciation for network marketing because it changed my life. And it's been very sad for me to watch it go on this downhill slide, which it has since 2000. And anything I can say that can maybe cause a shift in people's thinking that are actually building right now and maybe not providing the type of support and direction they need for their team, that's all I'm thinking about from a network marketing standpoint. I've taught for years, you haven't made it in network marketing until you don't need your check from your company to live a comfortable lifestyle. That's it. Until you're there, you have not made it. And, you know, I've taught our team invest in income producing assets, not toys. You know, go through a toy stage for 30, 60, 90 days. You know, take your family to Maui, Hawaii.
Isn't that interesting? He tells his team to invest in income producing assets. Do you know what that means? That means invest in products, invest in coaching programs, invest in things that are going to help you grow your business. Why would he tell someone that unless it's benefiting him? Unless he wants them to invest in things that are going to help them grow their business instead of toys, taking your family to Maui. Why would he tell them that unless he just wanted the money to rise to the top?
Stay in the Ritz-Carlton for a couple of weeks and fly first class, you know, but get it out of your system. That's what I did. Get it out of your system and then invest in income producing assets and then use the income from those to live on. And, you know, read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's the formula. And I have multiple business investments. And it's like people that are so focused on money think everybody is. But it's sad to me that the greatest opportunity in the world for average people to create above average income has fallen to the state of delusion that the profession is in. And again, I did a webinar on this 3 or 4 years ago. It's at MLMhelp.com/critical. And no, there's nothing for you to buy. It's been a passion for me. It's been a passion for me since 1999 when I did the first network marketing as a scam audio. And, you know, and I've had friends say, Dad, why are you even messing with these people? And I said, remember the starfish story, you know, about the little boy that's walking on the ocean and the tide's gone out and all the starfish are up and they're all dying and he's trying to throw them back into the ocean. And some guy comes along, a fisherman, he says, son, what are you doing? You're not going to be able to save all these starfish. They're going to die. It's not going to make a difference what you're doing. And as he's throwing one in the ocean, he said, it made a difference for that one. And that's really where I'm coming from. And people don't believe it, and that's fine. I don't give a flying flip. I mean, I sincerely don't. The industry's changed my life. I think it's the greatest opportunity in the world. It's the greatest personal development program in the world. And I sincerely feel sorry for good people that get involved with the wrong company, wrong time, wrong team cultures. I do, because they leave and they'll probably never return, and they probably should never return. But the people that just want to waller in it and just not move forward, and then you got these anti-MLM influencers saying, well, I'm doing so much better now than I've ever did in network marketing. Yeah. And how are you making your money?
I'm doing so much better in the sense of mentally. I mean, yeah, I have mental health issues, but in the MLM, I shut those mental health issues out, where now I'm addressing those mental health issues. So it feels worse at times, but overall, I don't have the pressure of the MLM telling me that I need to shut down my mental health in order to focus on the MLM. Financially, no, I'm not doing better than I was in the MLM. I am making probably about the same amount of money that I made consistently in the MLM with less expenses. So that helps, but it's not like I'm rolling in the dough. Like, no, not even close. And the only reason that I make my income from this topic is because I want to continue exposing the things that are going on. And the only way that I can do that is if I'm able to continue supporting my family instead of working, which would not give me time to create content. So if you think I'm selfish for that, so be it. I'll be shellfish. I'll be a shellfish.
Think about that. What are you really doing? What value are you providing? So again, what if it's not a false narrative, just another perspective which leads to a deeper understanding? Leave you with this final thought.
We've seen this same slide 3 times now, Dale.
One more time. The network marketing business model, which was born out of the personal development movement and helped thousands of people go from average to fortune, has not changed. If anything, it's better. The only thing that's changed are people that we call leaders. As I've said for 30 years, we're in the leadership development business. Your long-term income is in direct proportion to the number of leaders that are developed on your team. And that philosophy has been lost since we allowed all these self-proclaimed network marketing gurus.
That's literally the definition of a pyramid scheme. Like, what? Your success comes from the number of leaders you have on your team. So the more people you have on your team is what makes you successful, not the product sales.
To come in and convince people that they need to have a blog or they need to be buying leads or whatever shortcuts that they were trying to sell them at the time, instead of plugging into proven wisdom of the ages, principles, concepts, marketing ideas, and mindsets. So if I'm gaslighting people, then I'm glad. If I'm causing people to think differently, just a little bit, then I'm glad. And you can say, well, it's all false what I'm saying, but this is true. That's the truth. That's a foundational truth. And you know what? This is true. This is what's going on here. And you can ignore it and you can call it gaslighting or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter to me. But there are still a few, not that many, but there are a few great opportunities left within the network marketing profession. And assuming all programs and teams are the same, it's just illogical and it's not true. It's not true. So that's all I think I needed to say. That's it. I guess I'll keep on gaslighting. If it makes a difference for one person, then awesome. And, the haters will continue to hate. And that's the way it has always been, and that's the way it will always be. I don't fight it. I don't care. I look in the mirror and I know exactly where I'm coming from. And those of you that know me know what I've been saying about this profession and the changes that need to be made for over 20 years. So, as my friend said a couple weeks ago, he said, Dale, they had no idea who they were coming after. You were the original anti-network marketer. And
You can't be anti-network marketer when you're in an MLM, bro. That's not how that works.
so I feel for them. I understand that there is a legitimate case, but my gosh, do something more productive with your life and your time. Use your talent. Use your talent in a positive, uplifting way. And those of you that are wasting time watching your anti-MLM or put on her makeup or whatever she's doing today, it's like, come on, get through it, live, learn from the experience, move forward. There's something for you to do where you can have a positive impact. You don't have to be a follower. You can be your own leader. I'm out of here. Talk to you later.
From Dale himself, haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell, you know, all of the things.
My merch is linked down below.
You guys know that you are never required or obligated to buy my merch. Anyways, yeah, if you want to follow me on all social media platforms, you can find me at the Jessica Hickson. I love you guys so much, even though he called you guys pathetic. I love you guys. I think you guys are perfect. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. All right, bye.
Moving slower.